So onboarding call, basically going over the first steps of the training, the nutrition, and the education today, right?
Yep.
So just figuring out how to, there we go. Okay, so gonna go over your goals first up. I just have a little format that we do it. So what we're aiming for, right? Lean, athletic, defined, 73 kg.
Okay.
Nice.
Beautiful.
So in order to get to where we want to go, we have to first know where that is. So basically, the top priority is getting a little bit leaner. That's my understanding at the moment.
Yes. Yeah. Correct. Just a bit. Yeah. We're more lean, shredded. I guess.
Yeah. And second priority behind that is maintain the leanness whilst gaining a little bit more muscle.
Yes. If that if that's possible. Yeah.
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 And then third of all, with your food, we were talking about like eating healthier, but that was kind of like, to put it simply, being your best self with your nutrition.
Yeah. 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 Um. Yeah. So be kind of just eating healthier, but kind of maintaining and kind of having consistent diet. Just knowing what I'm eating really.
Yeah,
What's going on?
just writing that down.
Oh, good.
Nice. So in terms of how we're actually going to notice if what we're doing is working together or not, getting a little bit leaner. Have you ever measured body fat?
I did it once when I like started a gym when I was 16. I was 16% body fat back then.
Mhm.
I don't know what I'd be now though.
Yeah. Okay, there's something called the Navy SEAL body fat test, which I'll send through to you.
Okay.
And then we can measure and check that what we're actually doing is working.
Nice. Uh,
Nice. And then,
it's a
so
nice
that's,
presentation though.
thank you.
Uh,
And then in terms of gaining a little bit more muscle, when was the last time you weighed yourself?
um, 2 days ago, I think
What were you at 2 days ago?
I was at about 69.9. I think something like that.
Yeah. Sweet as. Okay, so yeah, our second aim, gaining that little bit more muscle. And so our marker of success there is a lean 73 kg.
Yes.
And then with your diet, basically, is it because I know you don't eat the crap anymore. So it's not necessarily about crap, but it is staying off of the crap. Just
Yeah.
slightly upgrading the meals that you're having on a day-to-day basis.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, basically that's my goal. Yeah. Kind of just yeah, putting the right stuff in my meals. Like right now, I just yeah avoid the crap and eat like what I think is healthy. But I don't know if I'm adding all the right nutrients stuff and stuff
yeah,
that's meant to be in the
yeah, all the right nutrients, basically.
yeah.
Nice. And so the way we'll track that over time is looking at, like, you already sent me some photos, looking at the plate that you have had in the past versus looking
Okay.
at how your plate evolves as we work together.
Okay. No, that's cool.
Sweet as. Okay, so moving into the training that you've been doing at the moment, can you
Yep.
see the purple and black screen?
Yeah. Yeah. I see that.
Okay, perfect. I'm just going to adjust position so I can write down these questions, because before I give you any training, I want to know what you're already doing with your training, basically.
Nice. 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 Cool.
Yeah. Just got to grab
What
some.
about us? What about us?
Okay, so would you say 90 plus percent of the time you're in the gym 5 days a week?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Okay. 5 days. And how long are you in this gym per day?
Up to an hour. Don't really like to be there more than an hour just because a lot of stuff to do. But yeah, around an hour.
Nice. And in each of these 5 days, do you have a set list of exercises that you're following?
Not necessarily, yeah, it's not a set list, but I do focus on different muscle groups at the moment. Like one day I'll do legs, then shoulders and arms, and then maybe back and biceps. But I'm slowly transitioning into like more calisthenic type exercises just because I'm not really like I want to be big, yeah, but I'm not like crazy big. I'm not. That's not really my goal. It's more just health and fitness and like mobility. So I'm doing more, pull ups and body weight exercises and stuff. Just slowly trying to transition into that.
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah.
what made you think of taking that approach?
Um, I guess just like lifting weights is cool, but I've never really. It's not really my thing. Like, yeah, well, yeah, it's my thing, but how to explain it? It's like I'm not like a gym rat. You know what I mean? Like I don't count
Yeah,
my numbers. I don't even know how much I can bench a lot, but I don't know how much the weight actually is. I just
yeah.
do it and I just be like doing what I think I'm doing, just the same way I eat really. But calisthenics it kind of it resonates more with me because I'm more athletic. You know, like I've always been into sports, to play soccer, basketball, all of that stuff. So I think
Mhm.
workouts like that will benefit me more um with I don't know where I want to get. I guess.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Like I was the same, bro. I kind of didn't like that, like getting closer to the powerlifting kind of stuff. It's a little bit of
Mm.
I always it wasn't my kind of thing. And so I you mentioned pull-ups already, but like what other kinds of calisthenics movements interest you?
Um, geez. It's the basic ones right now: pull-ups, push-ups, bodyweight squats. But I'll be doing squats with like some weight on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, and then just like drastic movements like I don't know the names of it, but like a lunge with like a little jump at the end or
Hmm.
box jumps and stuff like this. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's it's a bit of a mixture. I think it's calisthenics with like I don't know if you call it CrossFit or whatever.
Biometrics.
Maybe that's the name.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think maybe that's part of to do with it. But just I guess just moving away from just pumping up weights. Like it's cool and I enjoy it, but it's not exactly me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay. So the reason I bring up that is because whenever I give someone a program, I want to make sure that I'm not uh fucking with their routine or like taking away the stuff that they really do like. So
Okay.
in the way that I would look at that is we sort of move you through a progression. There's like a sequence that we build into. So
Yeah,
initially, we start with static stability, and that gets you physically prepared and your joints ready to handle load. Then dynamic stability, which is working under balance compromised positions or posturally compromised positions. So slightly harder movements. Then we go into hypertrophy, then strength, then power, then speed. That's how I
yeah.
would treat someone training for athletic capacity. So for you, what I'm thinking is we keep that general overlay to make sure that you set all the right foundations. But
Yeah.
most of our aim is uh, like real life strength and ability while maintaining, if not building muscle.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay.
Mhm. Do you have any questions based on that?
No, so like I understand like the hypertrophy and like kind of just transitioning into like, balance and stuff. So, because I mentioned my knee as well. So like
Yeah.
when I try to do certain movements, like especially like with legs and stuff, sometimes I get a bit of pain when I do that. So it's a bit harder to get to those positions. But
Yeah.
I'm definitely willing to do those exercises to like, put a bit of strain onto my knee so I can build it up, build the strength up there in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I've got a reel coming out on this soon. So,
Uh,
pain-free movement is healing. Movement that causes pain is harm. So, if you have an injured joint, we want to get as much range of motion and as much
Yeah.
movement to that area because movement equals blood flow and new life to the area. But
Right.
if we get too much range of motion and that range of motion causes pain, then we're
Yeah.
actually causing more trauma.
Okay. So you want to avoid pain to be able to get that healing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Right. Okay.
we're going to get a pain-free burn going in your knees.
Okay. Cool. No.
Yeah. So, especially with this calisthenics approach, we're focusing more on movements rather than muscle groups.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
So,
Movement.
it's not necessarily laid out chest and shoulders one day, back and biceps the next day. It's a little bit
Yep.
more integrated than that.
Okay. No, I'm interested to try 'em.
Mhm. So, in terms of an exercise like love list, like we got to make sure these exercises are in your programs. I'm already sensing pull ups, push ups, a squat of some sort. Have you got anything else?
Lunges. Um, what do you? I'm very bad at names of exercises, but there's one where like it's like a lunge, but you have weights. You're holding weights on each side. Oh, it's the one the video that I sent you, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bulgarian split squat.
Okay. Yeah. That's one I enjoy quite a bit.
Yeah.
Um.
Does that bug
What
your
else?
knee?
Sorry.
Does that bug your knee?
Not necessarily. That one doesn't really bug my knee. It's more if I'm balancing with one leg. So with the Bulgarian split shot, your other leg is like back a bit more. So like you're supporting it as well.
Yeah.
But it's more if I'm just like standing on one leg and then I try bend it. That's when I feel a bit of weak in my knee.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah.
Sweet as, man. And if you have any other goals, like for me personally, getting to a handstand is a big goal right now. I see a couple things on Instagram. Like I've just started getting my L sit really nice. So if you see like clips on Instagram and you go, fuck, bro, I want to do this, like
Mm.
send it through.
Yeah, nah, I'll do that, man. I'll send you the type of exercises that I'm kind of interested in as well. Um, and yeah, I'll just keep sending you some just to see, how we can integrate that into my workout. Handstands, I'm actually trying to do that as well at the moment.
Yeah.
Uncomb got me onto those handstands, bro.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I think like the longest now I've got like 11 seconds, but like it's very inconsistent. I'll get
Mhm.
11 seconds like one day, and the next day I'll get like a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, trying to work on that as well, man.
Hell yeah. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I'll just write that down as well. And then have you got like we'll go, I call it a hate list, but it might be things that irritate the knee, like exercises that fuck with you.
This might sound concerning, but running.
Uh-huh.
So, no, so I love running. Like I'll do it and I'll do it like all the time, right? But say after like a game of soccer or something, I always get like knee pain. So that will bring up some pain on my knee. But it's always like I've had it since I was a kid, and it's something that like I've just learned to accept, um, to deal with. You know what I mean? Which I'm trying to get rid of that at the
Yeah.
moment. But I thought I'd maybe try use you as a first ditch
Yeah.
attempt to instead of getting surgery or something, maybe some exercises can help me with that pain.
Definitely, bro. So
Yeah,
you just to clarify what you said there, you don't get it
yeah,
during playing, you get it after?
yeah, correct. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Unless like say I kick a ball extremely hard, like sometimes then I'll start feeling that pain close to the end of like or after that big kick or close to the end of my workout or whatever or my run around. I start to feel a bit of pain, then I have to like sit down for a bit. And then it takes a couple of days to like get that pain away, a day or two or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
a bit concerning, but I've just learned to live with it to be honest at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
what top priorities in terms of coming from your training, like getting rid of that knee pain is, I'd say, up the top.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. And then You already mentioned like you're naturally quite good with the weights, even though the weights isn't entirely your thing. So I just want to break down athletic strengths and weaknesses. What do you feel your personal like, oh, I'm fucking good with this stuff. I've
Mm.
always been like with that stuff.
Oh, yeah. So jumping, really good at. Speed. I've got quite a bit of speed.
Yeah.
Um, weaknesses. Yeah, not. I never really looked at my weaknesses really. Strength is there. Um, down in terms of weaknesses. Stamina, maybe. Maybe I think I need a bit more cardio for sure.
Okay.
Um, stamina could to play. Um, what else? Maybe flexibility a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that could be one. Um, yeah, I have to think about that. Right? I have to like kind
Yeah.
of working out. I have to really just like maybe just try to focus on what my weaknesses are really are. I haven't really thought about that too much.
Definitely, bro. Bringing a little bit more awareness and intention to your training, like that's what will have some of the most positive impacts out of our work together.
Mm, nah.
I know you've got to shoot in like 6 minutes, so I'll just speed up the presentation a little bit.
Thanks.
Um, so in terms of your nutrition, the easiest way to think about your macronutrients, right? So
Mm,
this is something I learned from Paul Check in his holistic lifestyle coaching course. So protein is basically all food that comes from a source that has eyes, right? So meat, dairy, chicken, whatever.
yep.
Carbohydrates comes from no eyes. Fat also comes from our eyes kind of food. So when we're starting to look at taking your diet a little bit more seriously, these
Yep.
macronutrients are the first way we break it down, obviously. And so if you want a simple way to be looking at your own meals and thinking,
Mm,
okay, how much protein, how much carbs, how much fat am I getting here? Protein
yep.
and fat equals eyes food, carbohydrates equals no eyes food. So just looking at each of your bowls or each of your plates, you can know roughly your protein and fat and carb ratios by
Okay.
seeing how it's laid out in terms of animal versus plant food.
Right. Okay.
And
Right.
so for you, genetically, everyone has a different protein and fat to carb ratio. So
Yep.
for me, genetically, I'm from a place where I'm from England. My whole family tree goes back that way. And so in
Mm,
winter, the ground is frozen. When the ground is frozen, no plants are growing. So
yep.
typically, there was multiple months of the year where carbohydrates were inaccessible because the ground was frozen over and we didn't have international food back when our genes were evolving. So there were months of the year where my body was genetically getting used to having zero carbohydrate.
Right. Okay. Right.
Whereas for someone like you who comes from an area with a lot more sun, year
Mm,
round, like genetically, year round carbohydrates were accessible because the sun was always out, so they could always grow.
correct. Yeah.
So for me, in the past, I have been on a 80% animal foods to 20% plant food diet and done very, very well on that. But for you, for the way that your body has evolved, your digestive system has evolved, that's a shit ton more animal foods than you're probably used to. So you wouldn't efficiently make use of all of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Because genetically, my body is not used to that amount of protein or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
see.
like there's talk of Indian people and like where they're very used to grain-based diets, like their digestive tract can be four
Yeah.
times longer than mine. If we were the same height, their stomach
Mm,
is like four times longer than me because they have to take that much more time digesting things. So Even though we're
Yeah.
both human, right? There's huge variation in what works best for us.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, man. That's pretty interesting as well.
So this is just laying out like plants don't grow in ice, basically. My genes come from a bit where there's ice, so no carbs. Your genes probably don't. We can get into that a little more in future calls. But as we begin to alter the ratios or even increase the total volume of food that you're eating, if we were to increase or decrease your food volume, we have to make sure we maintain the same ratio that makes you feel good. Because you were talking about how cutting the crap has led to you having way more energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we add or take away food from where you're currently at with that lots of energy, if we add too much protein from here, it might make you sluggish. If we take away too much protein from here, then you would lose muscle. So we have to balance that ratio to have you feeling energetically best, but
Yeah.
also muscle gain and leanness best. Because for someone like me, I would just dump a shit ton more protein and fat in my diet if I was going for muscle gain and leaning out. Whereas for you, that might leave you feeling fucking comatose and just laying around all day.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That's interesting.
Yeah, bro. So what we'll do from here, you got 1 minute till you got to shoot. So I'm gonna
You can keep talking. Do you mind if I just drive while you're chatting there?
hell yeah, bro. Yeah.
No worries. Thank you, man. But yeah, I'll be there in about 5 minutes. So I guess you got another 5 minutes. So good.
Yeah. Easy. Okay. So from here, what we're gonna do, today is Wednesday. So
Yeah.
I'll have your program to you by tomorrow lunchtime.
Okay, that's cool.
Lunch time. And then so that'll be Thursday. And then we'll go till next Thursday. And I'll just send on next Thursday, I'll send a little check-in form to you to see how the program went.
Yep.
And then we make our first adjustments from there. So once you've sent me that check-in next Thursday, I adjust the program and you have another week of training. Then we meet again for a call and we'll go over your training and the next nutrition steps in education.
Right. Okay.
Training.
No, that's
I'm just writing this all down as I go so I don't forget it either.
nah, that's awesome.
Uh, And okay, so that's our training sorted for the next 2 weeks. In terms of the diet stuff, um, for the next 4 days, beginning at your next meal, I'd
Yep.
like I'd like a photo of every single meal you have, please.
Okay, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner, bro.
Yeah, and even if you have a snack bar, like the next 4 days, everything you eat.
Okay. All right. So literally everything. Huh? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Um, and like everything other than water that you drink as well.
All right. So okay. So just no. So do I include the water or no? No, don't include
No water.
no water. Okay.
Yeah. I don't need a photo of the water.
Nah, that's all sweet.
Yeah, bro. And then that's what we'll go over in our next call because right now, basically, we're trying to break down the science of your diet a little bit more, but also leaving it up to you to form the your own choices based on the information you get. So we're not going for like a strict meal plan format yet, unless you want it in future. And I have to see what you're currently like before we can do that.
Okay. No, that's all good. Yeah, no, sounds like a plan, man.
Has this been valuable today, man?
Hell yeah, man. Nah, very valuable, man. The presentation to like your descriptions of everything, like I already knew you're knowledgeable, but obviously I'm seeing it, firsthand now. So it's pretty interesting stuff as well. So I'm excited for it, man. And I'm glad I've got you on board because I'm there's a lot of trainers out there, but just from talking to you last year, man, I could recognize the dedication and the actual the passion you have for this type of stuff. So I'm glad to be working with you,
Hell yeah, bro. Thank you. That makes me very happy to hear.
man. That's all good.
Thank you, man. And just this latter part of the presentation, like the information side of things, like I'll cut out
Yeah,
where we're talking about champion care. Would it be all right if I upload this to YouTube to demonstrate what it is that I do for people?
yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. Use it for whatever content you want, man. I'm also here to help you out, man. So
Hell
it's
yeah.
all good. Yeah, man.
Uh,
It's all
That
good.
that's epic, bro. It's like we get to grow together and get to support each other's thing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like even last year we helped each other out with so many things, and I feel like I owe it to you in a way because we as friends or and James introduced me to you, so I guess we can help each other through these steps in the journey of our careers or our passions and stuff. So
It's like that mutually beneficial trinity where we all owe it to each other, but we also owe each other. Like we give to each other, so we owe each other, and then we give back to each other, and it just spirals upwards, eh?
exactly, man. I think that's the beauty of it as well, man. We can collaborate and work together, and I can achieve my goals, and also while I'm achieving my goals, I'm helping you achieve your goals. So
Fuck yeah, bro.
yeah, man.
All right. I'll let. Is it a dance class you're on your way to? I'll let you catch it.
Yeah, it actually is, bro.
Knew it. What kind of dancing is it today?
They're doing Zumba, so I don't know what they're gonna do, but I got my client right next to me at the moment, so we're about to get there, and he's about to do whatever the instructor wants him to do. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, man.
Epic, dude. Enjoy, man.
Nah, thank you, man. Thank you. I'll keep in contact with you, man. I'll send you all my meals and stuff.
Yes, please. Yeah, we'll talk again soon, brother.
Too easy, man. Have a good day.
You too. See ya.
Later, man. Bye.